This project is a public library for the town of Falmouth. There was an original house that the library was housed in, which went back to the 50s. And then in 1995, there was an addition done. And over time, it just became clear that they needed to expand further to best serve the community. The start of this project was actually back in 2013. We started a series of meetings with the community to find out really what they needed. And so we ended up retaining the 1995 addition, but demolishing the original house in that case, and expanding with two new wings, a children's wing and an adult wing, and they're connected essentially by a reference in periodicals section. Both the children's wing and the adults wing and all of the conference room spaces, I think but for one, have really beautiful connections to the outside. There are, as I mentioned, smaller study rooms, group meeting rooms, large group meeting rooms. It really is able to be the heart of the community. We have these gable end windows with these soaring windows that go up to the top of the gable. And I just really enjoy the connection to the outside and the light that comes into those spaces. I think that they like the way the building itself is now very inviting to the community and really welcomes people in from both the front and the back. They've worked so hard to ensure that all of these different spaces, functions, and opportunities that are provided within the building are realized. I think for the first time in these past few weeks, because of COVID, people are actually really able to walk in the doors and use the spaces. The process of this project has been very long in terms of the building of the community, trust, engagement, and the diligent work that's gone into the planning, the public work process, and then the execution. I think that's been really unique. I mentioned that I'm sort of the last of many to work on this project, and coming in during construction, it was immediately clear to me everybody was so in tune with one another, everybody was communicating so well, and it really made the process feel like a very smooth one. This is actually one of the first projects I've been able to work on where the sustainable and performance attributes of the buildings were not necessarily always front and center, but are very much integral to the project. When we talk about trying to champion sustainability in projects, sometimes at the beginning, it can be, a question on a questionnaire in terms of whether or not it's important. And this project was a great example of being able to have those discussions without questioning whether or not it was important, but really just it's an integral to the project and it's achievable and it doesn't even have to be a discussion. And I think that was a real success. I would say first and foremost, everybody on the Falmouth Memorial Library Building Committee, certainly Marsha Clark, Denoya, Andy Jackson-Darling, Kevin Brown, the new executive director, Jenna Moyet, and also Lindsay Dumais, who was working from the board as a liaison. Without the incredible work of all of these people, it just really helped the process go smoothly, and the passion that they brought to the project was really made it a wonderful project to work on. And I would say from the construction side of things, certainly Pete Pelletier, Warren Allison, Matt Dalton, and Scott Clark. Big thank you to them for making everything go as well as it did. And then last but certainly not least, within the studio. So I've already mentioned so many people have worked on this project. So of course, Scott Simons, Ryan Canteras, Kayla Karen, Seth Wilschultz, Lauren Angst, and then our amazing team of consultants, Sonia Brantes and Jacob Staub at Ripcord Engineering, Tim Matthews at Swift Current, Will Haskell at Goral Palmer, Sarah Whitty for landscaping, and of course, Thornton Tomsetti for structural. Really fantastic team to work with. So thank you.